yeah. Put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to F126. Yes, we are finally back. I'm going to start off by apologizing for not doing my F125 career fully through. I did the first round, but then I just got busy and just kind of fell out of it. So we are finally back. I had some surge of motivation here, so we are starting the F126 Road to Glory with Audi. So this episode will consist of just pre-season testing. As you can see, Mercedes tops the vehicle performance chart, followed by Scuderia Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull in 4th, Alpine 5th fastest or 5th most developed. Then we have VCARB, Haas, and then ourselves with Audi, and then Williams, Cadillac, and Aston Martin are the only teams that are less developed than us, as you guys can see here. I do have car development set so that the team takes care of it rather than me managing what kind of parts go on the car and upgrades and stuff. So all we have to worry about really is getting the resource points in practice, which is easy enough. But yeah, let's jump straight into pre-season testing here in Australia. Super excited to try out these cars. Well, here we go then, out for our first lap in these 2026 cars. I've driven a little bit on controller when these regulations first came out, and this DLC pack came out with the 2026 regs, but...
Okay, so from an aerodynamic perspective, the main changes are the new aero modes. Straight mode will give you less drag on the straights, and corner mode, more downforce in the corners. You can activate straight mode in designated zones that you'll see on track and on your MFD, and corner mode is automatic, so no worries there.
Anyway, as I was saying, Mark there just was explaining a little bit about how these 2026 regulations work. But when this DLC pack first came out, I bought it and did a little bit of driving on this track in a Haas car on controller. So I'm back on my wheel now. I have no kind of sense of anything on a wheel with these cars right now. I have been watching quite a lot of videos just to kind of get a sense of how we're going to have to drive these cars and everything that goes into it. As you can see, the super tipping is just unusual into that corner, let's say. Weird to see on the game. And we make our way down in towards the 3rd sector. And the thing, whoa, as I was just about to say, the thing about these cars is that you have to be very careful on throttle application. Because these cars have 30% less downforce than the 2025 ground effect cars, which were absolute monsters at the end of their life cycle. They just had so much downforce. So that's a big step here. So reduced downforce plus more engine power on throttle delivery. So that is something that we have to watch out for. Throttle application can be very touchy at times, especially in the low gears.
So plenty of changes this year. In terms of the engine, you've now got overtake mode. It's a boosted battery mode that'll kick in automatically when you're within a second of the car ahead to give you more power over the following lap, so you can get that overtake done. And don't worry about draining the battery, you can recharge more accordingly.
Well, Mark explaining a little bit to me there. So it sounds like lifting and coasting is crucial around some tracks in the game. I'm just trying to see where the best place to deploy the battery is. Another thing is your braking points are constantly changing in a race, because depending on whether or not you have overtake mode, you'll be going faster into a corner or slower into a corner, and whether or not you use more battery on a certain lap at a certain part of the track can also determine if you, like, where you brake. So it can be very on and off as to where your braking point is, so that's another thing I'm going to have to get used to, but so far they just feel super light and nimble and much more fun to drive than the 2025 cars. Apparently it's supposed to generate really good racing with the AI as we go to the top of the time sheets on the hard tire with a 124.3. So it seems like there's a lot of different ways you can make up lap time in these cars. It's really can get complicated at times because in the 25 cars, literally you just go faster. That's all you had to do. In these cars, it's more about where you deploy the battery. I know ERS existed on the last generation of cars, but it's just a lot more sophisticated and it's a lot more crucial to your lap. As we just go wide with the gravel there. So as you can see, we were 1.2 seconds up on the back straight at one point in this lap, and now as we come up towards the line, we are gaining all the way towards the line. Just on the main straight, we gained nearly 3/10. So as you can see, it really makes a difference in where you deploy your battery. I'm not 100% sure where the AI are deploying theirs. As we lift and coast into that corner, you can see the heavy braking zones just really up your battery charge. It's completely flat through that corner still, of course, has been for a long time in Formula 1 cars. And that it looks like about where I need to brake for that corner. Whoa! What a slide. How did I just catch that? I was just trying to stay quiet and see what I could do with this car for a little bit, but whew, how did I save that and keep that out of the wall? That would have been a real shame if we crashed out here in pre-season testing. As I'm just trying to see if I can find more lap time. Currently, we're faster than Antonelli on the soft, so unless it's just a matter of the AI like building up pace over the weekend, which they like to do sometimes, I might need to up the difficulty a little bit. So I'm going to box this lap and see what kind of setup adjustments I can make. I went for a little bit less downforce before I came out. Maybe I need to throw some more wing on there just to make up some lap time. We've got another car behind us. I want to go into the pit lane in anger though, so we are going to hold him up just a little bit, but I need practice of coming into the pit lane. Beautiful. Get it nice and slowed down. And I'm going to see what kind of setup changes I can make to make us a little faster. Well, a little bit more time has passed here, and I was just having a look at the timing sheets, and we are P3 at the moment. We're 7.5 tenths off of Lando Norris in P1. And Lewis is ahead of us as well. They're both on the medium tire. But I noticed we are 4 tenths, well, compared to Lando, we're 2 tenths quicker in the first sector. We are 2 tenths quicker in the second sector, but then in the third sector, we're 1.1 seconds slower. So what I think is happening is that I'm using far too much battery in the first and second sector, and then by the time we get to the final part of the lap, you know, one, I'm just slower through there naturally, and two, I'm using too much battery, as I said, so I'm going to up the wing just a hair here. A couple of clicks, 25 and 24 should be good, and we're going to head back out there and see what we can do.
Okay, me again, mate. We've made some changes to the way that ERS works this year, so you're going to have multiple modes to choose from in the race now. Have a play around with them in your MFD during the practice sessions and think about how you might use them on race day. I'll check back with you soon to chat more about it.
Well, here we go then as we start our first lap on this medium tire with a bit more wing on the car. And I'm not sure if I can feel a difference yet, but I was just thinking to myself in my out lap, you know what track I would love to see this regulation of cars in? Hockenheim. I mean, there's 3 noticeable big braking zones that you can recharge a battery into, and not to mention so many straights where you can make a move. I really wish Germany was on the F1 calendar, whether it was at the Nürburgring or wherever else, because I think it just truly deserves a spot. As does France. I think we need a French Grand Prix as well, because that's the home of motor racing. I mean, the word Grand Prix is literally like a French word. Like, motor racing goes back to France years and years and years and years ago, over 100 years ago. as we are going to get possibly held up by that RB car there. Not sure if that was Arvid Lindblad or Liam Lawson. As now we head into the final sector. I've saved up a little bit of battery as we get onto the grass there, which causes us to understeer, which is not going to do us any favors at all, is it? But we're just building more and more confidence as we make a run up towards the line. I think what it is we need to save up enough battery to kind of make a push toward the line, but then we also need to have enough to start the next lap. So there's kind of a in-between sweet spot that we need to find for that. As Oscar Piastri goes ahead of us on the soft tires as well. We get a little rev to the wall there. I think I'm braking too early through that corner. And then it's flat round here. Open the straight line mode. We're about even with our previous best lap time. So we swing the car through that section. Beautiful line. Pop it over the curves as we've completely dumped the battery, and now look at the time drain away. Ready? There it goes. All of it down the drain. Haven't been paying attention to the battery management, so I'm just going to back off this lap and charge the battery as much as I can. So things like that are what you have to be mindful of in this brand new regulation and era of Formula One. Well, as we make our way onto the main straight once again, we are having a friendly little competition with the Haas car behind us. They don't seem to use that much battery on the main straight, which would explain why we're so quick compared to the AI in the first sector, as we take a lot of curb into the first corner. And I just want to use this opportunity here with the Haas car. I'm not sure if it's Ollie Bearman or Esteban Ocon, but I just want to use this opportunity to see kind of where the AI are deploying the battery, because wherever they're deploying, we need to be deploying. That way we kind of keep pace with them throughout a race distance. As we head down the back straight, we pull away quite a bit from the Haas. So it seems like we're doing an okay job so far. Also, it is a Haas car, so not sure how representative it is compared to the Audi. As I need to get my braking into that corner under control. I want to see where they're gaining time on me in the third sector as well. So how did I not dip a tire into the gravel there? So yeah, it just seems like a lack of confidence, honestly. Whoa! How did I catch that? Wow. And the Haas car still stays behind us, so clearly still a lot of work to do in this Audi car. Here comes the Haas of Ollie Bearman, who is very close to us heading into turn 9. As now we head down the back straight. Is he going to be getting on us at all? No, it doesn't seem like he's using battery. I also am not sure if the AI use battery in practice in the same places that they will during the Grand Prix. And so once again I slide through there. I'm wanting to get on throttle a little bit too early, because that was nice and tidy through that corner. And now we head down the main straight. The Haas car is going to be gaining on us all the way down, but it doesn't seem like his pace is representative of everybody else. It is Ollie Bearman, as once again I have a big old slide. He's just going to waltz right by us, isn't he? But now is a good opportunity to stay behind and kind of see what's what and how this car behaves in the dirty air. Whoa! Big slide from Oliver Bearman. The Bearman really having to put everything into it to catch it there. I don't know how he didn't loop that all the way around. And now he's pulling away from us, so we got to catch up here. As you can see, the speed difference just by deploying more battery down this back straight. As we're gaining, we go to the inside. But it's too risky, don't want him to cut across us there. And now we're going to go across the line to start our 14th lap in this practice session slash pre-season. There's not really a pre-season session in the game, unfortunately, so I kind of just used the unskippable practice one of the first race of each season as the preseason test, because really the lap times are not representative whatsoever, which is very similar to preseason testing, but kind of not struggling to keep up with the Haas, but we are not crazy amount quicker than him. As we just ride the bump there. And this corner is probably the one that I'm going to struggle with the most. This one and the heavy braking zone after the high-speed chicane of 9 and 10. Not sure if that's 11 or 12. Not sure if the little kink in the straight to the right counts as a corner. I mean, they count Austria turn 2 as a corner, so who knows. Because now we're going to see if we can get a run on the Haas man down into the braking zone. This is going to squeeze us to the outside. We're going to lift and coast to recharge the battery. And that is our first proper overtake of the 2026 season. Or is it? As he goes right back on by us, deploying the battery. We're going to see what we can do. Can we send it down the inside? No, we can't. We're just going to hop back onto the racing line. And the turbulent air through this corner always kills your run onto the main straight, as you can see there. Got to be extra careful with what you're doing. As we're gaining on him and gaining, and oh, he's going to finish his lap just before we can have a proper go at him. Well, here we go then, as we look at the final timing sheet for the end of preseason testing. Lewis Hamilton top of the timing sheets on a soft tire with a 121.3. Not really any surprises up and down the field. Again, these are not very representative times, but at the end of the session on the medium tire, we are less than a tenth off of our teammate Nico Hulkenberg on the soft compound tire. So seems to be the field spread is quite even here. I mean, our pace seemed decent enough. I mean, comfortable for where we are in the performance chart. That's the expectation I'm setting for myself this season. Anything higher is just a bonus, but I'm setting my goal to be wherever the car is. Of course, we want to show the other teams, top teams, that we can outperform our car, but also I'm torn on whether I'm going to make a move to a team like Ferrari or Red Bull or maybe Mercedes or McLaren or something like that, or if I'm just going to stay with Audi and kind of help build them up into a top team. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm sure I'll have some talks with the Big Four eventually at some point in my career. But yeah, that is all for this episode. I will try to be more consistent with the uploads. I do apologize for that, but I'm going to be free these next few weeks, so I'm just going to keep boom, 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 recording, getting them all out there. I enjoyed as much as I enjoy you guys watching it. So, yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one where we will be opening the season with the Australian Grand Prix of 2026. See you then.